You real life over here trying to leave me because I want to have sex with you?
You might as well get out the car. What you mean?
What do you mean?
We just went on a good ass date. We just went on a good ass date. Why,
okay.
Like, why the fuck would you even? Come on, man. Like, you wasting my time. I took you
really?
like 10 days.
Really?
You got 2 kids already. You
this the dude I decide to be with.
You can get out.
No, what you mean I can get out?
You're like, you don't want to get
How you gonna kick me out the car just because we went on a date? How did I waste your time? We're together.
How many days do I gotta take you on for me to be able to get some?
15.
You got 2 kids already, but you trying to act like you don't want to give it up to me.
So you think I'm just easy like that?
Man, I'm saying I've been putting in work.
I'm not even trying. Okay, and you're going to.
Man, listen, you can get out.
I can get out.
Yeah,
you
get
real
out,
life gonna make me walk?
Because you ain't giving me nothing to get out.
Man,
You're
I'm
wasting
not
my
even.
time. Listen,
I'm wasting your time.
Yes, you got
Are
2
you
kids.
serious?
You don't want to give me none, man. Stop
I don't have to.
All right, you can get out.
You really gonna make me walk home?
Bye. Get out.
All right, listen, family. Before we call this man evil and all this different type of stuff, let's factor in that he has taken her on 10 dates now. Now, if I was talking to this man, my question would be, sir, what is it that you want? Because you seem to be focused on the skins. You've taken her on 10 dates. Are you interested in a relationship with her? Because if you are not and you just want the skins, $40 will get you that. Now, I'm not encouraging paying for it or selling it, but let's be real. You playing the slots and taking a gamble. You have no indication that this person is going to put out because you're taking them out on dates. So what should have happened is, before you get your expectations high, based behind some things that you're doing for somebody, you should make it known what it is that you want. You understand? And I'm going to put this on the lady as well. If you know that you have changed your philosophy since having 2 children, so you want to do things differently to try to yield a different outcome, or just whatever the case may be, there's no problem with you having a philosophy, even if it means keeping yourself to a marriage or whatever. Do what you want, but make that known, ma'am. Because what's going to happen is you're going to set this man's expectations up when you allowing him to take you out on dates, you accepting gifts, you letting him treat you, give you his time, energy. He's going to feel slighted. Now, what happens in these scenarios is the woman is saying, how are you wasting your time? She's not willing to factor in how he's wasting his time. Do you understand? She's only thinking about the value of her body. It's mine, I don't have to, and you're right. And he also doesn't have to keep dating you. No need to shame each other now. You understand? Let's run this back and we're going to get into detail. Let's go.
You real life over here trying to leave me because I want to have sex with you?
You might as well get out the car. What you mean?
What do you mean?
We just went on a good ass date. We just went on a good ass date. Why,
okay.
Like, why the fuck would you even? Come on, man. Like, you wasting my time. I took you like 10 days.
Really?
You got 2 kids.
See, this is the problem, that this is just now coming up, right? So 10 dates later, all of a sudden, he's blowing his top, right? Pause. I think that's the problem, that he's not getting his top blown, right? But here he is saying, yo, how you tripping? You tripping? I just took you out and had a really good date with you. You know, it's 10 dates in, and you talking about you ain't giving none up. So is this something that he's made known? Right? Is this something that she's made known? Ladies, I gotta tell you, when this is happening, you guys are looking at the man like he is so wrong for having no understanding for you wanting to take your time with this, right? But you have to understand, you haven't given him an actual date or a time. And I know you're thinking, well, I shouldn't have to. Well, ma'am, that's the problem. Do you understand? Whenever you say, well, we'll do it when I feel comfortable. We'll do it whenever I feel safe, whenever I feel like a lady, when I feel like you're being masculine with me. Notice that these are deceptive wordings and neither of them give a measurable timeline. To a man, this is frustrating. He knows he's at the end of your feelings, right? And that could always change. You understand? The problem with that is he knows that you did more with guys for less and in shorter time. So now he's looking at it like, okay, you trying to play me. Do you understand? So, because he's looking at it like, okay, so other dudes have done less for you, spent less time with you, and you slept with them, but you over here giving me this whole philosophy thing, right? And I know, listen, I want you to imagine something, okay? Well, let's just continue.
Already,
this the dude I decide to be with.
You can get out.
No, what you mean I can get out?
You're like, you don't want to get
How you gonna kick me out the car just because we went on a date? How did I waste your time? We're together.
It's like playing dumb. You understand? So how you gonna be mad just because we went out on a date? How you gonna say I'm wasting your time? I mean, we are together. You know he's not talking about being together, right? He's talking about that sacred act. You know that, right? Now, if this is not something that you're willing to do, you need to let this man go. The moment he starts saying, get out my car, okay, deuces. Don't reduce yourself. If this is your philosophy and this man has said his amount of dates should have gotten him the booty, if you know that your worth is not the amount of dates he take you on, let this brother go. Because the amount of dates does not indicate that he's going to be a good man for you if you're looking for a man. Sir, the amount of dates you take her on does not tell you she's going to be a good woman. So it shouldn't be like, how many dates before I hit? It should be like, when am I comfortable moving forward with her, being that I know her, I vetted her, I know she's good. You understand? Let's continue.
I gotta take you on for me to be able to get some. You got 2 kids already, but you're trying to act like you don't want to give it up to me.
So you think I'm just easy like that?
Man, I'm saying I've been
Look,
putting in
I'm
work.
not even trying. Okay.
You see, I've taken you out on 10 dates, or you got 2 kids, he said. And she goes, oh, so you think I'm just easy like that? Fellas, you got to understand, just because someone has 2 children does not make them easy. And bringing those type of things up whenever you want to have sex with her is just defeating the purpose. It's counterproductive. Who's going to want to sleep with you after you argued about it? It's supposed to be an organic thing. Unfortunately, we are adults, so we do have to have these conversations up front so we know what the expectations are. But it should never be, let me shame you into doing it. Let me guilt trip you into doing it. I don't want it like that, sir, and neither should you. You understand? But let's continue. This is just like a girl saying, you didn't buy something for me because you broke. Like she's trying to shame you into doing it. You understand? But let's continue.
Okay, and you're going to.
Man, listen, you can get out.
I can get out.
Yeah,
you
can
real life gonna make me walk?
Because you ain't giving me nothing, get out.
See, that's cold-blooded. You can at least take her home. Okay, so just get out. This is punishment. This is punitive treatment because I did not get what I want. I'm upset. I feel slighted. I feel used. So I'm about to punish you. I'm about to do something that I probably wouldn't normally do, which is totally against your character. And if it's within your character, she was right to not give you none. I mean, seriously, you gonna kick her out and make her walk because she wouldn't sleep with you? I understand you upset, but that's somebody's mother, family. She got 2 children. You gonna make their mama walk home because she wouldn't give you none? And your spell is because I took her out on 10 dates? Dude, come on. Just take her home. It won't kill you. Just take the girl home. Call her Uber if you don't want to be bothered with her. But get her home safe. Yo, it's like we gotta learn to love each other more than that, family. You understand? We keep saying Black Lives Matter, but it's like if somebody make us upset, their life don't matter at all. What happens to them don't matter at all. All that matters is how we feel. I ain't gonna make you walk because it is now. You're gonna have to be blatantly disrespecting me. Put me in a situation where I feel like my health, my livelihood, my reputation is at risk, and I gotta get rid of you now. But I ain't gonna send you home because things didn't go my way. I mean, I ain't gonna have you walking because things didn't go my way. But let's continue.
Oh,
man, I'm not even.
Listen,
I'm wasting your time.
Yes, you got
Are
2
you
kids
serious?
You don't want to give me none, man. Stop
I
playing.
don't have to.
All right, you get out.
You really gonna make me walk home?
Bye. Get out.
Yeah, I question the motive here. If he's really serious about her, he could take into account all of the dates. How did she act on those dates? Okay. Was she feminine? Was she friendly? How did she take care of her children? Was she nurturing towards him? How did she respond to him in conversation? Does he see her as a lifelong partner? And if he does, 5 more dates is something that's understandable. If he sees this person as valuable, why go out here with all these damn floozies out here to just give it up to anybody? You understand? If you're trying to look for something that's long term, it might cost you a little bit more, family. Understand price versus value. Quality versus quantity. Do you understand? So it becomes, well, you got 2 kids, so you put me through more than what you put these other dudes through, and you get focused on that. But it's more like, if you're going to date her and she got 2 kids, take out on 10 dates and she got 2 children, you're probably looking for something with her, right? Or you're just looking for some sex. And this means you've over-invested into something. So you're upset at yourself. You went about this the wrong way if you're looking for a short-term relationship. You understand? And if you're looking for a long-term relationship, you're going about it the wrong way. Dates shouldn't get you to sex, okay? Knowing a person's right for you, knowing that you have a solidified relationship and a commitment should earn these things because it is valuable, family. And this is not to say the man's time and money is not valuable. It absolutely is. And she should respect that. This is why she should have told him up front, hey, look, I got 2 kids. I'm trying to save myself till marriage, or I have a 15-date goal or limit, or 15-date requirement before I sleep around. He could then ask, why? Do you believe that making guys wait for 15 dates is more likely to land you the guy? Because honestly, that will piss a man off. And he'll take you out on those 15 dates just to get it because he loves to conquer. You understand? And then he'll play you to the left just out of spite of you making him wait that long. I'm telling you, dudes would do that, family. So it's no indication that he's gonna last. It's gonna be a long-term relationship because you make him wait. It's more like vet his character. All right? But listen, a lot of guys hate this because they've been in this situation time and time again. And if they really like this girl and is trying to move forward with her, what pisses him off is to know that she's done all these freaky things with these other dudes that she didn't like, that didn't put any time in, that didn't like her back. And now all of a sudden with him, she's choosing to have boundaries, but she's saying that she likes him. It's very confusing to men. Let me show you this next clip.
You made guys that you think are boyfriend material wait for.
Honestly, yes, but not because I don't think that they're good enough. It's because I want to show them that I'm serious about them. If I'm not serious about you, then like I might just like you whenever, but like if I'm really serious about you, I'm gonna wait.
See, men hate that. I have been this guy time and time again. The girl really likes you, so now she wants to hold out. She wants to prove to you that she's a good girl. But this is manipulative because she knows she's not a good girl, technically. She sleeps with other guys when she don't like them. Just think about this now. You don't like him. You don't think it'll go far. So what the hey? We don't have to, play the game. You know he's not long term, right? So you'll sleep with him. You enjoy yourself with him. You have no care in the world on if he thinks that you're fast, if he thinks you're loose, because you don't care. You just want to have a good time, right? So what that appears is that you drop all your standards, okay, in that moment. But then when you meet a guy, all of a sudden you're going to pretend like you have standards. You don't want this guy to think you're just holding out with him. You want him to think this is who you are. But then you guys like to say the man is manipulative. What do you think this is? Do you understand? It's manipulative as hell to sit here and try to trick somebody into thinking that you're somebody that you're not. You have these other guys that you'll sleep with quicker. But when you meet a guy you like, you'll make him wait because you want him to think that that's what you, like, come on, yo, you don't see that you lying? And also, you don't see that that means you don't have any standards? If you had a 15 date minimum, that's a standard. Do you understand? But if you have a, let me just gauge his character, and then based on his character, I'll decide how I'm gonna move. So if he's a good guy that I think has good intentions for me, I have good intentions for him, I really like him, and I wanna show him that I'm a good girl, I'll make him wait, right? But if he's just somebody who I think is fly, I just wanna have a good night with, I don't really care if he is here for the long haul or not, I'm just here for a good time, I'll do it on the first night. Yo, that means you have no standards. That means your standards just move, just flip-floppy. You understand? Imagine a man said, imagine you go out on a date with a guy and you've noticed how he treats women really well. You've seen him in these restaurants a couple times on dates and he's always taking women to the finest places, right? And all of a sudden you go out on a date with him, okay? Now he takes you to Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Waffle House, and you say, hey, no disrespect, but hey, we're on a date and I just thought you would take me somewhere nicer than this. Well, why do you say that? Well, I've seen you a couple of times out on dates and you seem to take these women to the most beautiful places. What if he said, well, when I don't really like a girl, when I don't really like her like that, I'll take her out. I'll show her a good time because that's how I like to spend my time. I ain't worried about her trying to use me or thinking that she can, have a lifestyle off of me. I just want to have a good time. So I'll take girls to wherever because it's for the night. It's for an amazing experience. It's not for the long haul. I just want to have an amazing night and blow her mind. But if I really like her, I believe we should take it slow and build. I believe we should gradually get to those things because I don't want to go into a relationship leading with money, a relationship leading with my resources and get her twisted about what I'm here for. I want it to be real. Now, it may sound good in theory, right? But what that means is horrible women, okay, with that he has no interest in, that have no interest in him, he'll give them the world. He'll give them a great night. He'll spend on them with no problem, buy them gifts, buy them bags, all this stuff with no problem. For him, it's like, hey, it's an easy way out. I'm not using them. I'm giving them something that they can enjoy, and I get something I enjoy, I'm good. But when it comes to a relationship, don't you feel a little slighted that this man really likes you, but he's moving slowly with you, and you got to earn everything, but he gave this stuff to this other person. You wouldn't start to feel like, wait a second, time out. This is crazy. Now, what if you're doing everything to show this man that you're going to be a good woman for him? And still, it's just based on some theory he came up with and is expecting you to go off of, right? To be cool with. Would you see now how this is a problem? I'm trying to give you guys this advice so you can see through the other eyes. You can't just paint the world because you have a male or female counterpart out here that is going to look at it for what it is, family, or they're going to have their own view of it. Okay, everybody's not going to understand this thing you're trying to do. And unfortunately, the world don't owe you an understanding. This is why you got to say these things up front and see if they're cool with it. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up for failure down the road. You understand? Women do not believe they're wasting a man's time and energy and resources, and that they are doing something that they are violating him when they take his money, when they lie to him to get him to do them special favors, act like they like him to get him to do all these special things for him. They don't see this as just as much as a violation as lying to a woman, deceiving her into thinking that he's a good man just to get the goods and be gone. They don't see that. They don't see that he goes to work every day to earn that money. Okay? They don't see that. They only think about the value of what they have, that they don't work to have. It's just theirs. And it is sacred. It's a lot of consequences that come along with doing that act. And she should be considering all of that. But it shouldn't be, I'm considering that with you because I like you. With that other guy, I was down for it. Now, I know that's not what the first lady is saying. Okay? That's not what she's saying. But guess what, guys? They will almost never say this to the guy. Now, I have been told this by some girls. I have. I've had girls tell me the very next day, dang, I wanted to sleep with you last night. Like after we leave the hotel, I've slept all night in hotels with girls and didn't sleep with them. Okay? And the next day they tell me, I wanted you bad. I just didn't want to make you think that I was somebody, that I was loose or that I was fast. And I would always ask, have you ever had a one night stand before? Yeah, but those guys or whatever I didn't really like. You I really like, and I just didn't want to ruin it. And I'm sitting here like, that sounds crazy as hell. That has no logic to it. You understand? And many women say this. So most of the time when they're talking to a man, though, they're not going to say that's the reason. They're just going to say, I don't feel comfortable yet. I just want to make sure, or a lot of guys have used me in the past. So they'll say some other excuse when they're not ready yet. So they won't tell you. So a guy's sitting here trying to figure it out. And if you don't want to be used, most guys will say, nah, I ain't doing that because you ain't playing me. He don't want to be that guy. We don't want to be that guy. We rather be the one that you like so much you didn't care about his character and you slept with him on the first night, because that caters more to our ego. We wouldn't rather be the guy that you saw projected onto him that he'd be a good man, and you made him wait and do all these things just to prove to you he was a good man before you let him sleep with you. Yeah, he still ends up with you, but it's a detriment to his damn ego. And I know y'all don't care about a man's ego. I know you don't. But I'm telling you, men would more prefer to be the bad guy, the bad boy who got some from you because he was fly and he appealed to you much more than he'd rather be the guy that came along way after and put in all the work to be with you. But he would more so rather a woman who never lived that life giving it up like that. So what he has is something of true value. He don't want to be walking around with someone that he put all this work in for, and y'all walking right past guys who just saw you and got it on the first night because you liked them or because you didn't like them. Like, just think about that. I've given this to guys I didn't like. But because I like you, you got to do all this work for it. Does that really say that it's valuable, ladies? Or is that saying that you haggling? You know how when you go into a store, they don't have no prices on it. And you start saying, hey, yo, how much is this? And they go, for you? For you? Good, very good jean. For you, it's $50, but for you, it's $25. But tell no one. That's what y'all doing with y'all vagina. The bad boys, for you, I discount for you. Don't tell anyone. For you, it's for you. I lower the prices for you. Let the good guy come in here. You think his money long, right? You think his money long. Okay? You gonna raise the price now? Horrible business, family. It's better to just have standards so you don't look like a manipulator. Do you understand? Hopefully this video enlighten women and enlighten men to what's out here and how to move a little bit differently. We are adults, and even though telling somebody up front may ruin the magic of that sacred act, we are adults. So please, guys, make your requirements for that sacred act known if you are a woman or a man, okay? And men or women, whoever you are, make it known what you're willing or not willing to do for that sacred act. Do you understand? If that's not your speed, don't shame her. She say, hey, I want to keep myself. I got 2 kids already. I know what sex does. I just want to take my time. Just respect that and find somebody who's your speed. Don't shame somebody, family. You understand? But in this situation, I don't think he knew that was her criteria. And I think After taking her out on these 10 dates, 1 date, 2 dates, 3 dates, all the way up to 10 dates, he got really frustrated and he got fed up. And so he's acting like a child, a spoiled brat, and he's ready to just make her walk home because he didn't get what he wanted. Men, speak up quicker than this. Ask these questions, family. Get to the bottom of it, all right? This way you know what you're dealing with, okay? Anyway, family, be evolution, be the change that you want to see. No candle loses its flame from lighting another. And if you were to ever find yourself in the middle of chaos, it is in that chaos that you have found yourself. Stay tuned for more. Peace.